You may be under the impression that the only kind of ballot manipulation you need to be concerned about when it comes to the United States presidential election has to do with, I don't know, mail-in ballots. But that's absolutely not the case. See, Nickelodeon Kids, a mainstream media television outlet for children, has been running a presidential election for kids since 1988. And well, this time, the wrong guy won. As you can imagine, that wrong guy is Donald J. Trump, the incumbent. And Nickelodeon was not happy about this at all, especially the executives and the parent company who owns Nickelodeon, that's Viacom. It's important to them, you see, that they instill the principles of diversity and inclusion and progressiveness, the Democratic Party platform, into the minds of young children in the United States of America. So when it turned out that Donald Trump was winning that election, that online poll really, well, they started panicking and deleted votes, 130,000 votes. They just wiped clean from the server because they were voting for the wrong candidate. Really, what they said was that bots were manipulating the election and that kids value truth and honesty, so they needed to make sure that it was fixed. Really, they needed to make sure that Joe Biden won. This is like Russiagate 2.0. The Russians are hacking this kid's vote. They're super concerned about this because they just can't fathom. They can't grasp the idea that maybe, just maybe, their brainwashing of American children isn't working.
The moment you've all been waiting for. We asked, you picked. It's time to reveal your choice for the next president and vice president of the United States. Can I get a drum roll, please? And the winner is...
Before we reveal the results, we need to let you in on some news. We know you depend on Nick for fairness and honesty, so we wanted to be honest with you. As we conducted our vote, our tech wizards at Nick discovered some cheating and were able to eliminate the unfair votes from our count. After lots of vetting, we feel super confident in our results. Take it away, Kiki.
And the winner is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. There you have it. The kids, the future, have spoken.
Nickelodeon said that though kids are not of an age to vote, Kids Pick the President is a platform where their voices do count and they deserve to be heard. And just as kids value honesty and fairness, so do we at Nickelodeon. Therefore, out of respect for the kids. Yeah, that's for sure what it was everywhere. And in the spirit of civic responsibility, we present the name of the winner based on votes cast fairly and within our stated guidelines of 1 vote counted per household device. Now, they didn't really cite any sort of evidence saying that there was some mass voter manipulation campaign or anything like that. They just wiped 130,000 votes from their server. A total of about 200,000 votes were cast, meaning they wiped over half of the votes that were actually cast by American children, leaving about 90,000 votes left over.
And the winner is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
The funny thing about this Kids Pick the President scam, really, is that Nickelodeon has been running it since 1988, and since they started this campaign, can you guess who has won every single time? The Democrats. The Democrat running for president has always won this, except for one exception when George H.W. Bush won. Other than that, every single 4 years, a Democrat wins, according to Nickelodeon. I wonder if they've been rigging it every single time or if this is something new. One thing that this is absolute proof of is that the mainstream media not only hates you. If your child supports Donald Trump, they hate your kid. They hate what he believes and they hate what they stand for. Nickelodeon and every single mainstream media outlet is pulling out all of the stops, making sure that Donald Trump loses this election. They don't want a repeat of 2019. And if Donald Trump does pull through in 2020, it is in spite of the mainstream media and all of the efforts that they have put in to make sure that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris win. For Rebel News, I'm Keean Bexte. Hey, thanks for tuning into our coverage here at Rebel News. Be sure to like and subscribe to our content. If you've already done that, ring the notification bell. By doing that, you'll be able to stay up to date with the news as it happens.